Barcelona have just pulled the kind of boardroom switch that sends immediate ripples through the transfer market and the club's long-term plan. João Amaral, a 38-year-old Portuguese executive with a recent stint as Rio Ave technical director, has been appointed as Barcelona's new head of scouting, a move announced publicly today and said to be effective immediately. This is not a routine hire, it's a targeted decision by the sporting structure that signals a shift in how Barca intends to identify, prioritise and bring in young talent going forward. Amaral arrives with a reputation for building scouting systems and coordinating talent pipelines at club level, skills that Rio Ave entrusted him with during his tenure there. He's known within Portuguese footballing circles for combining market intelligence with hands-on player development oversight. The practical experience Barcelona will need if they want to accelerate their search for the next generation of stars. Crucially, this isn't an outsider parachuted in at random. Amaral has a long professional relationship with Deco, Barcelona's sporting director, dating back to their time at Deco's D20 agency. That existing trust and shared working language explains why Deco backed this appointment and why Amaral was seen as a natural fit for the role. What does Amaral's arrival mean in practical terms? First, expect a renewed emphasis on coordinated global scouting, tighter data flows between youth teams, international scouts, and the first team coaching staff, and a greater focus on identifying project players who can be integrated into Barcelona's style rather than just purchased for immediate impact. Amaral's profile suggests he'll push to map talent early, create clearer development pathways, and work closely with Ciutat Esportiva to ensure that the academy to first team conversion rate improves. Those are the kinds of changes that don't always make headlines instantly, but they reshape transfer budgets and recruitment priorities over seasons, not months. In the short term, his priorities are likely to be administrative, auditing the existing scouting network, aligning regional scouts with a coherent Barca scouting philosophy, and fast-tracking reports on young players who fit specific technical and tactical profiles. Sources indicate that this appointment was designed to replace and upgrade the previous scouting leadership rather than merely fill a vacancy, and that Amaral's entry comes with a mandate to sharpen Barcelona's competitive edge in a market where early identification of talent is everything. The broader strategic implication is clear. Deco is consolidating his influence over recruitment and choosing a trusted ally to execute a long-term plan. That can be stabilizing, offering continuity and faster decisions, but it can also draw scrutiny. Fans and pundits will watch whether this centralization leads to better transfers and more homegrown breakthroughs, or whether it narrows the range of voices involved in recruitment. A successful outcome would be measurable. More academy graduates breaking into the first team, smarter scouting signings at lower cost, and fewer expensive gamble transfers that don't fit the club's identity. There are risks. Anytime a club appoints a close confidant into a major role, questions about insularity and groupthink arise, and critics may demand transparency on how players are identified and signed. Amaral will need to show that his network and methodologies deliver results in a competitive, high-pressure environment where expectations at camp new remain sky-high. If he does, Barcelona's recruitment story for the next 5 to 10 years could look very different. If not, the decision will quickly be judged in the harsh light of transfer outcomes. For now, the appointment is a strong signal of intent. Barcelona want to hunt earlier, smarter and more surgically, and they've placed a trusted operator at the helm of that effort. Keep an eye on the names that start appearing in Barca scouting reports over the coming months and on how quickly Amaral's coordination with Deco translates into visible signings and youth promotions. If the early moves are sharp and cost-effective, this hire will be judged a masterstroke. If not, it will raise questions about whether close ties trump independent scouting judgment.